Today on an all-new Dr. Phil, Dad claims his daughter's fiancé is controlling.
I haven't talked to my daughter in 3 weeks.
That's not my choice.
Abusive.
She told me about the hitting and the biting.
You personally saw the bite marks on her arm.
And to make matters worse,
She said he had choked her.
I never said that he strangled me.
she's defending him.
He got punched in the arm, thrown into the refrigerator.
Because I did deserve it.
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
I try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Hey, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, 20-year-old Reeve is happily engaged to the man of her dreams, 30-year-old David. Now, David recently announced their wedding date on Facebook, June 23rd, 2016. Now, this exciting time should be celebrated by all of Reeve's family, right? Hold the wedding bells. Because this is the Dr. Phil show, and of course, there's always the opposing side. In this case, Reeve's sister Riley has something to say.
I will do whatever it takes to protect my sister from her jealous, controlling fiancé.
And Reeve's father, Kim, says,
David is a punk and a user.
so why are Kim and Riley so against Reeve marrying David? Well, one, they say Reeve moved in with David after dating for 1 week. Two, last New Year's Eve, Reeve called her family hysterical, claiming David hit and choked her. Three, after Kim rescued his daughter, she eventually went back to him, and Reeve and David are now engaged. So Kim and Riley have come to me for help to, quote, save Reeve before it's too late.
David is bad news. David is an abuser.
8 months after David and Reeve moved up to Oregon, they split up because she accused him of abusing her. Reeve told me he had grabbed her arms, hurt her wrist, it popped, and ever since then it has hurt her and been painful.
She had bite marks on her arms and bruising on her neck where he had grabbed her by the throat when he slammed her against the refrigerator.
David hadn't been letting her leave the house or eat what she wanted. She got back together with him about a week and a half ago. It's ludicrous to go from 0 to 60, from hating this guy, calling him her abuser, to defending him, moving in with him again, being engaged to him, is insane.
I think she is naive and being brainwashed.
Reeve told me that she lied about the abuse.
I don't believe that she was lying. It was obvious to me that this was not something she was making up. I heard from several people that he had a reputation of abuse. I'm very afraid that David will hurt her again.
Okay, do you two have any doubt at all that he has abused Reeve? Do you have any doubt at all?
I have no doubt at all.
So let's go to the night this happened. You get this phone call, and she's hysterical. She's in trouble, right?
Yeah, she was.
And what? Tell me about that.
Basically what happened is we were told by her that she had been being abused by David, that he wouldn't let her leave the house when she wanted to, wouldn't let her eat what she wanted to. She was always in baggy clothes, like sweatpants and big T-shirts, because he didn't want her to be, looked at by other men. And it got to the point where he was throwing her into the fridge and biting her and punching her arms. And I called my dad and said, listen, Dad, I know you know this is what's going on, and I think you should go and get her.
So you drive 6 hours to pick her up.
Yes.
And when you get there, was she glad to see you?
Absolutely. She was. I gave her a hug, and she had told me she hasn't had a hug like that for 9 months. And I could just feel everything just drain from her.
She said it's the first time she had had a truly loving hug.
Yes.
In 9 months.
Yes.
What did she tell you had happened?
She told me about the physical abuse that had happened that day, the hitting and the biting. She opened her jacket up and showed me where he had bit her on the arm, and I saw the bruising on her neck where he had grabbed her.
So you personally, with your own eyes,
Yes.
saw the bite marks on her arm
Yeah.
and the marks on her neck where she said he had choked her
Yes.
and thrown her into the refrigerator. Okay? So there was no doubt in your mind at that point. You see the physical evidence.
None at all. None at all.
Okay, so she's been back with family and all for some time now.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, despite seeing these bruises with your own eyes, despite her telling y'all what happened, she has since recanted her story.
Yes.
Yep.
She said it was just all a lie
Right.
because now she's engaged to marry him.
Yes.
So now she says she lied about being abused. She lied about being abused that night.
Mm-hmm.
She lied when you came and picked her up, and that it was all just nothing.
She was very specific with me about exactly what she had lied about. She said that all of it was a lie except for being punched in the arm and pushed into the fridge and thrown against the wall. She said that was true and everything else was fake.
So the choking and the over-control of food, clothes, and freedom were lies. The rest of it was true.
That's what she says, yes.
Well, we've heard Kim and Riley's side. Now it's time to hear from Reeve, who says she doesn't care what her family thinks. She and her fiancé, David, are getting married no matter what. We'll meet Reeve and David when we come back.
If I was in danger and if I wasn't happy, I wouldn't have the ring on my finger.
I highly regret punching Reeve in the arm and pushing her against the refrigerator.
I do admit that I exaggerated the truth about the abuse.
And later,
If he was such a terrible person, you couldn't pass background checks.
You know what would show up on a background check? A police report filed by the person he allegedly abused, which you actually never filed.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil, a soldier dying of cancer.
I'm fighting for my life right now.
Is that why she married their son?
I did not marry Kirk for his life insurance money.
They claim she's abusive and unfaithful.
you had affairs in hopes that he would leave you.
I told you I did it so you'd break up with me.
No.
Yes, I did.
She cheats on you. You're so judgmental.
How's that judgmental?
Stay out of my marriage.
That's tomorrow.
About a year before David and Reeve started dating, David had been messaging me on Facebook asking me if I wanted to go on a date with him. I wasn't really interested. He was kind of persistent for a while. It never happened, which also upped the creep factor when I found out that he was dating my younger sister. I told Reeve, and she refuses to listen.
Kim is the father of two daughters, 23-year-old Riley and 20-year-old Reeve. Now, Kim and Riley say Reeve just got engaged to 30-year-old David. They believe marrying David could be the biggest and maybe even deadliest mistake of Reeve's life. But Reeve says her family is worrying for nothing.
I want my sister to stay out of my business because I'm an adult and I can make my own decisions. Riley is a meddling and conniving person. I do wish my dad and sister would just move on. He's completely convinced that David has brainwashed me.
The biggest issue in Reeve and I's relationship right now is that Kim and Riley will not butt out. Kim can't shut up for 5 seconds to hear what his daughter has to say to him. Reeve's father to me is a waste of my time.
If I was in danger and if I wasn't happy, I wouldn't have the ring on my finger. Riley is overprotective and needs to mind her own business. She was spreading lies about David on social media. I still have no idea where she got, I was raped, I was punched in the face, I was strangled. I don't remember saying that. I have no idea where she got that from. I do admit that I exaggerated the truth about the abuse. He did punch me in the arm and push me into the fridge, but it's because I deserved it.
I highly regret punching Reeve in the arm and pushing her against the refrigerator. There was a huge misunderstanding.
I trust him now, and I feel like our relationship is stronger, and I know that he's not going to do it again. I'm very afraid of my father right now because he's unpredictable.
Kim has threatened to kill me and is threatened to hurt Reeve physically. I don't view Riley or Kim as people. I view them as pieces of that I would like to walk over.
I feel safer with David now than I do with my dad or sister.
Okay, Reeve, David, I'm glad y'all are here. First off, you want them to butt out, right?
Right.
But you do understand that you're the one that invited them in.
I understand that, and I'm taking responsibility for the fact that I did lie. I did over-exaggerate about what happened. No, the taking the phone, the eating whatever I wanted, and me dressing how he wanted me to, that wasn't true. He would take my phone when we were having a conversation, because I would be on it all the time. I couldn't eat hot Cheetos before dinner. That was it. And he didn't want me wearing clothes because he didn't want other guys looking at me, which I understand, but I never said that he raped me. I never said that he strangled me. I didn't have bruises on my neck.
So what we do know is that you were up there because you wanted to be.
Yes.
We know that you did get thrown into the refrigerator.
Yes.
But that was on a different night.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know that there was physical abuse on not one but 2 nights at least.
Yeah.
And on the night that you called for help, you said that you got thrown against the wall and bent over sideways to the point that you thought you broke a rib.
I never said I was thrown into a wall. I went to go lunge at the door, and he was standing in front of it, and he went to go move me out of the way, but instead he bent me in a weird way where it hurt my side, and I thought I broke a rib, but I didn't.
So things got violent that night?
Yeah.
To the point that you thought you broke a rib?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got punched in the arm. Why would you hit her in the arm?
I don't know. I mean, I was, I guess, so mad that, you know, she had been on me all day, that day, about things. And I guess I just snapped, you know, and all I can say is it won't ever happen again, but that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. How did you get bite marks on your arm?
I had said something that he didn't like, and he grabbed my arm and he lightly bit me. It was enough to leave a mark, but not break the skin.
Yeah. Why would you bite her? Why would you even think to bite her?
I have no excuse for that. I mean, there's nothing I can say that could justify that. I did go seek help after that just to figure out why I was so mad at the world.
Okay, let's take a break. After only being back together for a few weeks, David posted on Facebook that he and Reeve were engaged. But he also hinted at something else that struck a fearful nerve in Reeve's father. We'll find out what that was when we come back.
I do not need Kim's blessing to marry Reeve. I'm going to marry her either way.
He's my soulmate and the only one for me.
And later, her post did affect your business.
Yeah, she called venues and told them I was some type of rapist, killer,
That's actually not.
pedophile.
I called one venue one time.
David and I are trying to start a family. We're trying to have a baby. I want to be an adult. I want to feel like I can do my own things.
I do not need Kim's blessing to marry Reeve. I'm going to marry her either way.
He's my soulmate and the only one for me.
I want to start a family with Reeve in the next year.
My biggest fear is that she will have a child with David. We don't need any more Davids in the world, my God.
Well, 20-year-old Reeve is engaged to 30-year-old David, and her family wants to call off the wedding before it's too late. Reeve's father, Kim, and sister Riley say that David has physically abused Reeve and is trying to control her and isolate her from the family. You two get violent in disagreements at times.
In the past, sure.
And you have been punched in the arm, been over to the point that you thought you broke a rib, bitten on the arm, and thrown against the refrigerator, and had marks on your body. Now, those are things that are not in dispute. If you were a father of a daughter and those facts were in evidence, would you feel any differently than this man does?
No, I wouldn't feel any differently.
And then when we ask you about the clothes, you say, no, she's full of it. He's not having me walk around dressed in these baggy clothes. But then you said, as far as clothes, he doesn't like me dressing where other guys look at me. So you confirmed that.
Right.
And you said, as far as me eating, it's just hot Cheetos before dinner. Other than that,
Yeah.
but you say he does, in fact, commentate on your wardrobe because he doesn't want you dressing in a way he would consider provocative with other guys. So that's confirmed. So those 6 things are confirmed. So the only thing in dispute is really whether you were choked and he controlled your phone.
He never choked me, and he didn't control my phone.
That's what I say. Those are the only 2 things that are in dispute. The other things are
Right.
confirmed. You said you lied, you made it all up, but those 6 things are not lies. Those are not in dispute. Those are true. The 2 of you confirmed those.
Yeah.
So would anyone expect a family to be other than concerned? Well, of course not. Now, you said, I've gotten help. Tell me about your help.
Well, I was up late one night and I saw like one of those, commercials. And basically you call and it's like a psychiatrist you talk to about all your problems. You tell them everything that's been bothering you for as far back as you can remember. And then you hear what they have to say back. And I did that for a while until I figured out what was really bothering me. And then I finally figured it out one day that, oh, that's why.
Mm-hmm. What was the revelation?
The revelation is that for probably like over 20 years, I didn't talk about my father's death. For over 3 years, I didn't talk about my buddy Gary's death. And these are things that changed my life dramatically. And I didn't talk about me and my brother not having a relationship. So it kind of just all hit me at once. Like, this is why I'm so angry, because I didn't have any of that in my life growing up.
He was such a terrible person, he wouldn't be able to pass background check.
You know what would show up on a background check? A police report filed by the person he allegedly abused.
And later,
He was mad about something, and I just kept it going. If I had stopped, that wouldn't have happened.
that kind of logic will get you killed. And y'all set a wedding date.
Yeah.
On August 19th of this year, David posted, what if tomorrow you woke up and I posted, Reeve and I are getting married and having a kid. Be honest, I can take it. Were you expecting people to have... Who was that directed at?
It was just, that's what I do. I just put up random stuff on Facebook. It's social media.
Sure. Then on August 23rd, you said, our wedding date is June 23rd, 2016. Who's coming? So just kind of a statement. Hey,
well, that's true. It was asking who's coming generally, you know, out of friends and whatnot.
Sure.
And that's her 21st birthday, and that was her decision. I asked her, what day would you like? And that's what she said. So we stayed with that.
And y'all have been active on the internet as well. This is after the New Year's fight on February 11th. This went up. This is my sister. Last year, she moved up to Oregon with her now ex-boyfriend, David. During that time, 8 months, He threw her against their fridge, strangled her, bruised her, forbid her from leaving the house or using her phone, and told her every day that we, her family, were trash. He called me a fat, drunk slut and the rest of my family worthless and blank. I want everyone to know who the monster is that hurt her. Please just be warned that he is a terrible person. The tattoo she got is a line from Demi Lovato's song that really resonated with her situation and got her through the hard parts right after she left David. And you're saying she posted, then you reposted, then she reposted your post.
Yes.
So she was very much part of this.
Oh, absolutely. She was all for it.
No.
Yes, you were.
Not.
You knew all about it, RT.
No. If I had known about it, I would have tried to stop it.
Then there was another post that came back that was allegedly written by David's attorney on February 13th of 2015 that says, "Hello, this is David, attorney, and I'm asking you, YIU, to please stop slandering his name around town. This will be the last warning you get. Please keep his name and his company's name out of all social media and conversations." And then your response to that was, "All right, let's get something straight here. Do you think we're idiots?" Did you type that?
I had nothing to do with that. Actually, one of my friends came forward and admitted to me that
He typed it.
went to them, and I told him afterwards, well, we're not friends any longer because you shouldn't be getting involved in that business anyway.
And you said that her post did affect your business.
Yeah, of
Get
course
some
it
shows canceled because people said, you know, what?
Well, she called venues and told them I was some type of rapist, killer,
That's actually not
pedophile.
true. I called one venue one time, and all I told them was that you are not a person to be trusted, generally what you had done to my sister, and that you were not a good person, and then let them do with that information what
But
they
how
wanted.
is that your business to do that?
It was my business because of what she told us that you did to her.
Yeah,
and I was
but I would
furious
never
with you.
call your job and be like, hey,
You don't have a
somebody
reason to.
raped
I'm
you,
not a terrible
somebody
person.
killed you, somebody did this.
Now, okay, don't you think if he was such a terrible person that he would have been arrested and he couldn't pass background checks?
You know what would show up on a background check? A police report filed by the person he allegedly abused, which you actually never filed. And I always thought that that was strange.
Well, Reeve did make a statement during her field shoot that stood out to me. Let's take a break, and I want to talk about that.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil, a soldier dying of cancer.
She married him for his life insurance money.
I'm not that evil.
You owe him the truth, and I want to know on his behalf, what the hell is the truth?
That's tomorrow.
One of the things that concerns me is Reeve says, you know what, whatever happened, it was really my fault.
David, he did punch me in the arm and push me into the fridge, but it's because I deserved it.
Why do you say that?
Because I did deserve it. He was mad about something, and I just kept it going. And he told me to stop, and I didn't. If I had stopped, that wouldn't have happened.
You all know that my wife, Robin, has made it her life's mission to help empower women. 2 years ago, she started her foundation, When Georgia Smiled, which is dedicated to helping women and children live happy, safe, and joy-filled lives, free from the fear of abuse. And one of the foundation's first projects was the Aspire Initiative, which is an interactive curriculum designed to help tweens, teens, and adults understand, identify, avoid, and safely escape abuse if they're in that kind of situation. Robin, come join us, if you will. Come up here for a second. What do you think when you hear Reeve say that it's her fault?
Saying that it was your fault, that you deserved it, big red flag. You never deserve to be hit. You never deserve to have someone put their hands on you. And that's one of the signs that you're convinced that you deserve it. Never, never.
Number one on the list of the reasons that women stay is, it was my fault, I got him mad. He apologized, promised it won't happen again. It doesn't happen all the time. I know he loves me. I love him. We have a lot of great times. So you look at the top 5. It's like we recorded you. This isn't him programming you. This is what you're saying yourself. I'll talk to David in a minute. That kind of logic will get you killed. This has nothing to do with David. This has nothing to do with David. You have got to decide, as a woman, that there is no theory under which any man has the right to put his hands on you in anger for any reason at any time, no matter what. And David, you've had some unresolved conflicts in your life that have left you with some open wounds and some things that have left you with frustrations that come boiling out and bubbling out at times. And it sounds to me like you've made some legitimate efforts to deal with that. And I'm going to offer you some real, no kidding, legitimate help to sit down with a professional and heal some of the wounds that you've been living with in your life that can take away the need to express yourself in that way.
Well, I'd personally like to apologize for some of the things that I said, but, you know, when they're attempting to ruin your entire career, it's
an old story. That happened 8 months ago.
Exactly.
Old story.
Exactly.
Let's hear something new.
Something new? I mean, you're still trying.
An apology would be something.
I'm still trying what? I haven't talked to my daughter in 3 weeks.
That's not my choice.
Why would he apologize?
Well, I think he did just apologize. And if you marry him before an independent professional tells you that it is safe to do so, then you are being reckless and foolish.
If you are going to be in the Los Angeles area and you would like free tickets, go to drphil.com and click on Be in the Audience.
Or you can call 323-461-PHIL. That's 323-461-7445. Do you hear what I'm saying about the fact that you're not even almost ready to get married?
Yeah.
And I would say that whether it was David or not, you need to sort some things out within yourself.
Yeah.
And I have not demonized David here at all. I don't like what he did. I don't like the fact that this deteriorated to a physical altercation. And they want me to tell you that he's a no-good son of a bitch and throw him over a cliff.
Yeah, they're trying to break us up.
No, I understand. That's what they want me to do. But what they don't understand is that my doing that would do nothing but drive you two together quicker and faster than anything in the world. And I don't know David. What I know is I think he's making what efforts he knows to make, and I'm offering to get you some genuine help to complete that circle. Will you take it?
Yeah, that's fine.
And if you will do that, then and listen, then I think you'll kind of throw the brakes on this and take care of yourself first. I also want to tell you all about another one of Robin's creations called the Aspire News app. This is very important. It uses a technology to assist women in abusive situations to call for help at the touch of a button. The app was recognized on Capitol Hill by the National Health Collaborative on Violence and Abuse as one of 2 apps last year most effective in the fight to end domestic violence. And the big news It's been downloaded now over 300,000 times in countries around the world. Now, the Aspire initiative includes free curriculum designed to educate audiences on domestic violence and how to get out of these things safely if need be. And you can find that on whengeorgiasmiled.org. Now, this app that we're talking about, the Aspire News app, you can pre-record a message or pre-type a message that if you get in a tough situation, by tapping a button on the phone 3 times, it goes out instantly, right?
Yes, it goes to those pre-selected friends, family members, co-workers, and then starts recording what's happening in the room right then. It also has a GPS tracking device that tells them where you are.
Without even doing anything that's noticeable, you just tap your phone 3 times, it sends a message to someone that you've pre-selected that says, I'm in trouble and I need help.
It'll also call 911.
They'll do anything you tell it to do ahead of time. It's free. You can go to iTunes or Google Play and download it, put it on your phone. It's disguised so nobody even knows what it is. So take a look at that. I want to thank all of my guests here today. We're going to work on this and we'll keep you guys posted. I really hope you take the help that we're offering and do this in the right way of it all. Probably think we're going to wrap things up and Robin and I are going to walk off this stage. Well, we're going to do things a little differently today and, well, shake things up. You'll find out what I mean after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineup for the walk-off. Dr. Phil and Robin.
Ready to get real? Go to drphil.com for advice on relationships, parenting, finances, and more. Plus, weigh in on your favorite episodes, share your stories, and find support in the Dr. Phil community. When you sign up for the community, you will automatically be subscribed to the Dr. Phil Show newsletter. Log on to drphil.com today. Now, as I said earlier in the show, Robin founded When Georgia Smiled 2 years ago. And since then, she's been busy helping to educate, enlighten, and inspire people all over the country.
I am here to invite each and every one of you to join me in taking action.
Robin was asked to be a featured speaker at Miami-Dade.
It concluded with over 1,000 students downloading the Aspire app on their phones at the same time.
When Georgia Smiled has donated to organizations like Wings that helps women all over the country escape domestic violence.
I would like to give Wings a donation of $10,000.
And Laura's House, an emergency shelter for women and families affected by abuse.
It is my honor to present a grant for $50,000 to Laura's House.
Last year, Robin and her foundation hosted a groundbreaking domestic violence summit. And When Georgia Smiled continues to lend its support with Robin teaming up with the Home Depot to surprise the Genesee Center, the oldest domestic violence intervention program in Los Angeles, with a complete renovation.
We got right to work.
All right, so we're just going to spread it around. Without you, it would not have happened.
Thank you, Robin.
Just getting started. I am very proud of everything we've accomplished so far, and I'm even more excited about the next chapter of When Georgia Smiled, because I partnered with an amazing company called Omaze. What I love about this organization is that people can help their favorite charities with as little as a $10 donation and the click of the button.
It's really great. Fans can donate and also win some really cool experiences, like having John Legend sing at your wedding or private event, meeting Pitch Perfect's Anna Kendrick at Hollywood premieres, or hitting the red carpet with Channing Tatum. But now there's one new star on the Omaze team, my wife, Robin. So what will your fans get a chance to win when they log on to omaze.com/Robin and donate to win a walk a day in your shoes?
Well, yes, that's the experience. That's what we're calling it, walk a day in my shoes. And I have to tell you, I thought long and hard about what it should be. And today, I'm going to unveil the details of something we've never done before on this show. It's a really big deal, so big, in fact, that it will make history.
Now, I already know the details of the experience, but tell everybody how you came up with the idea.
Okay, my experience was inspired by something that over the last 14 years has become a signature element of the Dr. Phil show. The walk-off that we do at the end of every show.
I'll never forget the first time we walked off this stage together. It just happened naturally at the end of the first show. And by the way, people are always writing in to tell me to slow down.
And I have to tell you, the truth is, I'm the one that walks really fast. And I have to tell everyone, it's not him, it's me.
Thank you.
And I have to say, I did the math, and we have walked off the show about 2,305 times.
Wow.
And I decided that it was time to invite someone to join us for a once-in-a-lifetime dream experience in Hollywood that includes joining the two of us for the signature walk-off. Yes. Philip and I even came up with a few new ideas to shake things up. We like to have fun, so we thought, history making, one fan, let's do something fun. So take a look at this. Okay, we were trying to do hula hoops, and I'm going to admit it. He won.
I
He
did.
could do it. I didn't. I was faking it.
Yeah, I did mine.
I know. He did it.
Yeah, okay. All right, then we decided, all right, let's do it like a basketball starting lineup, right?
Yes.
Okay, take a look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineup for the walk-off. Dr. Phil and Robin.
Let's do it.
So cute. Did you notice the 14 for season 14?
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's why we had on 14.
Yeah. Okay, now the next one he thought of, and I thought, so him, and it's so cute.
Yeah, take a look. I can get into leaving that way every day. I love motorcycles.
He does.
I can't ride them anymore. They think, you know, you don't want to get falling off of them.
Oh, that would scare me to death.
Yeah,
No.
I know. Well, look, that was all fun, but the walk-a-day in Robin Shoes experience is more than just a history-making walk-off with us, right?
That's right. And I'm rolling out the red carpet for the winner and a guest. A very special guest is going to walk a day in my shoes. You and a friend will fly out to Los Angeles, get all glammed up with our Hollywood makeup artist, hair artist, everything. You gotta come join me. Gonna get the hair done. Gonna get your makeup done. We're gonna have a ball.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Robin
And then you'll join me here on the set, right here next to me, for a very special taping of the Dr. Phil Show. Here's where we make history. At the end of the show, you will become the first fan ever to join me and Philip on national television for our signature walk-off. It's so much fun here at Paramount. Walking today in my shoes or riding in my car. We have fun, don't we, girls?
Yes, we do.
You can be here with us having a blast, and it's only $10. That's right. For $10, you get a chance to walk a day in my shoes and be a part of all of this.
Well, so the winner and their guests fly here, stay at a luxurious hotel, arrive at the Paramount Studios by limousine, get escorted to Stage 29 where we film the show, where they will meet you and start doing all of your things.
That's right. It's going to be so much fun. And then after that, the three of us will then walk off together and make history.
And all of it just takes a $10 donation to win. That's it.
Right. That's right. And there are also so many ways to increase your chances of winning by donating more. For example, if you donate $50, you get 500 chances to win and a digital thank you video from me. So if you go to the Omaze website at omaze.com/Robin, I'll have the full auction list. The more you donate, the more chances to win special prizes like an autographed pair of my shoes or some even more fun items that I have designed, like a moleskin leather journal, a gorgeous leather tote, and a super cute, comfy T-shirt that I just love. The more you donate, the more chances you have of winning.
So they can win these shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
Those bright shoes. Oh, that's good.
Yes.
I might donate. I might try to win those. So go to omaze.com/Robin, where you can also watch the different walk-offs you've seen today. And most importantly, Omaze is where you can help women affected by domestic violence by donating to win her Omaze Experience Walk a Day in Robin's Shoes. That's the most important thing, because all of this that we're doing, it goes to helping women that are suffering in domestic violence situations. Thanks to all of my guests today. We will see you next time. Thanks so much.